she looked like a gunslinger. I know a little bit about that. The name of her path is Presentation Mastery, and I'm not sure the project title, but the limits are 5 to 7 minutes, and Alma is an ordained minister for the Peace Community Church, spiritual life coach. She loves teaching and presenting on life topics across the United States. She expresses herself with a robust and passionate attitude. She feels Toastmasters is a valuable opportunity for personal growth and mastery. Alma's speeches reflect her personal commitment to living her life. I said her life to the fullest. Help me welcome Miss Alma Phillips.
Let's give it up for the amazing Toastmaster of the evening.
Thank you.
At the sound of the gun going off, my eyes popped open in the early morning light, but it was the smell of the gun smoke, of the gunpowder, that actually registered on my brain. I pulled that quilt up higher and I burrowed down deeper in my blankets, headed back to dream world as my mother said, go back to sleep. We lived on a dairy farm in western Pennsylvania. My mother was a farmer's wife, and her garden was her kingdom. She spent from spring clear through the fall, every waking moment, picking, cutting, canning, pickling something. That it could go on those shelves in the basement and fill up a million jars. You couldn't be in her presence for more than a moment. She would get you slicing, dicing this, peeling the skins off a scalded tomato. I became very good at skipping breakfast and running out that front door while she was in the garden. It would be 15 years before Mr. T showed up in my living room and said, I pity the fool. But I knew what he meant, because I pitied the fool who messed with my mother's garden. My mother would get up real early in the morning. My father actually worked in a factory and did dairy farming, worked 2 full-time jobs. She would make him pancakes at 5 o'clock in the morning, and she'd be washing canning jars getting ready for her day. And she would look out that kitchen window to that garden, and she'd see some little leaves out there in the pre-dawn light moving. And that woman would go into the coat cupboard and grab that 22 and a shell, and she'd head up the stairs. My bedroom was the only one with an elevated, clear view of the entire garden. She'd get down on her knee, slide that screen back, slide out that 22, bam, go back to sleep. This is nothing you need to worry about. In another day and time, or if my mother had been born a man, she might have been a gunslinger. She had a dead eye. She had a reputation for one shot. Would kill a raccoon, a possum, a woodchuck in its spot. On summer evenings, people would come by and we would all congregate on our big stone front porch. And somewhere in the evening, my father would mention, because he had a little pride at the way she could shoot. He would say, sort of offhandedly, Ann shot another coon today. And my uncle, who loved to joke with my mother, he'd say, what'd you use? Shotgun? My mother would get this look in her eye. 22. You see, a shotgun fires a pattern that sprays. And with small rodents like woodchucks and such, it makes a mess of fur, blood, and guts that gets on the plants, number one. Not to mention what it does to beans, tomatoes, obliterates them. My mother loved the surgical precision that didn't damage a leaf, and she didn't have to clean up any blood. But you know, it was Sunday dinner in January, when the temperatures on the shores of Lake Erie were in the single digits or even lower. The view out the dining room window could be completely obliterated in a whiteout of wind and snow. But that dining room table, the trophy appeared. A white tablecloth, my mother's pride in China, would be the olive green of the green beans, or the brilliant orange of carrot coins. Next to the fresh, warm rolls just out of the oven would be jars of translucent jellies in roses, peaches, and mulberries. The coleslaw had a delicate color, where it had been dug out from under that blanket of snow over the garden just that morning to be sliced and diced for our dinner. It was on those mornings that I forgave my mother all the cuts in my fingers from the pyramid. For all the sticky corn I had sliced off cobs, and all the times I had scalded my hands on those beets. I even forgot the smell of gunpowder and being startled awake by gunshot. My mother is 88 years old. She now lives in the city. She still laments that they won't let you fire a .22 in the city limits. She feels that feral cats, pigeons, and the stray muskrat could all be eliminated simply by someone with a good eye. Thank you.